Adi God, that's a mighty good LaCroix. How's it going, everybody? Woo woo, it's Jason. I am on super early than I normally am, and I probably might go on Sundays a little earlier than I have been, just because I come here to the office, set everything up, and film, and just find a time slot that works with the wife that I'm able to get here, set everything up, shoot my live, and not have it be like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and then drive all the way home and have to come to work the next day. So looking at shooting these a little early on Sunday, may even change it up to Saturday, haven't really decided yet, but I'm excited to be live. What I'm not excited about is, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, I'm sick. So, and I'm frustrated. Sickness has been going around and around and around in my house. First, I got sick with pneumonia, and then like a couple weeks later, my wife and son got sick with pneumonia. It started out as a flu, turned into pneumonia. And then my daughter, she got hit with the flu just like last week. And then thinking that my immune system's good to go, like I'm not worried about it, even though she's like sneezing in my face, coughing on me, putting her little grubby hands all over my face. I'm thinking I'm good to go, but apparently not. I woke up Thursday feeling like I got hit by a truck, a little tickle in the throat, sinuses are burning, and it's just been, it's been hitting me hard the last couple days. And it sucks too, because I got a lot to get done, not that anybody wishes to be sick, but we got a lot to get done. My wife depends on me being well, taking care of the kids, the house, so she can go sourcing. And then, I don't want to let anybody down, but man, when you are sick and you have no energy, it's not an easy thing to do, to show up. And it's been a struggle this weekend. I mean, I was able to show up, but it took a lot of motivation to get the ball rolling. Wasn't even gonna go live today because I felt like crap, but I was like, you know what, if I'm able to show up for my wife and my kids and clean the house, take care of them so my wife can go sourcing, then I can show up and do a live and not allow it to be a big deal. But yeah, here we are. Man, I just don't know. I don't know what it is that's, you think that you're good. Like, I'm pretty active, I'm pretty healthy, I eat pretty decently, I take my vitamins, like I'm doing all the things that I need to do, my immunity stuff, like I'm elderberry and all the things to try to, be in a good place. I don't know why, I do know why. I know why I keep getting sick. Because I got valley fever, and ever since I got valley fever, it has wrecked my immune system. Like, I haven't recovered from that, and basically my doctor said a combination of a couple things. One, your valley fever is just gonna wreck your immune system, and the second one, you're not gonna like this, you're getting old. That's exactly what she said to me. She said, I'm getting old, and I just don't bounce back like I used to, and it sucks. But yeah, and I'm trying to explain this to my wife. Man, my wife's 11 years younger than me, so she's still in her, not even 40 yet, and here I am, 50, and I don't know. Not trying to make it about my wife. I love my wife. She's amazing, beautiful, and not trying to make it about her. This is about me. So yeah, but I'm excited to be live today. Oh, I think my dad might get the notification that I'm live, so I'm not gonna send it. I think he'll be good. But yeah, this is where we're at. It's been a rough weekend, and my daughter's still kind of carrying it a little bit, and here I am now, The torch has been passed. Who's gonna get it next? It's just like a revolving door. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. We sterilize everything, we change out toothbrushes, we wash the sheets, we clean our house, we do all the things. And it's like, how does this keep happening? And it's like, I don't know, my wife does not like using chemicals to clean. So we use all these natural things to clean our house, which is fine. But we may need some chemicals, you know? We may need some chemicals to get rid of this stuff, like some Lysol that kills 99.9% of all bacteria. Like, we might need to call in some reinforcements here to just nip this thing in the bud, because I'm sick of it. I'm just tired because it's affecting me. It affects my family. It affects my work. It affects my running, you know, which I'll get into what happened with my running here too, but it's just been rough. Yeah. So, but I'm taking this stuff called Tamiflu. So my wife, she's like, I woke up Thursday feeling like crap. She's like, go to the doctor to get a dose of this 5-day Tamiflu stuff. Never heard of it. Don't know anything about it. Went to the doctors. They checked me in. They're like, well, you know, you're obviously sick, but we don't know what it is. The test came back negative for COVID and stuff, so, and it might be too early to see if it's flu, but let's go ahead and treat it as if it's the flu, because both my kids got it and my wife. So they prescribed me this Tamiflu stuff. You take it for 5 days, twice a day, and it's supposed to like cut your whatever, the duration of what, and I don't think it's done anything for me, to be quite honest, so it may not even be the flu. I just maybe caught something else, I don't know, but I don't think it's helped any, because I've been feeling like hell. It's already Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's already 3 days in, and I'm feeling like crap, so, and I don't feel like I'm getting any better. Yeah, it's rough, man. I feel like every time I'm going live, I'm complaining about something, so I'm sorry to all of you. I don't mean to complain. Life is good for me. Like, my life is beautiful. I have amazing things that I'm very, very grateful. It's just these little nuances of being sick and stuff like that. Yeah. Another exciting news is my wife and I, we took care of our tax issue, so we're taking care of it. That's a relief. A little less stress dealing with the tax crap, getting that dialed in and taken care of, so we're not dealing with this tax issue lingering over us, but, we're resolving it. It's the things you do when you're an adult is you pay your taxes and you take care of it. You get into that system and you stay in that system and you do right by that system. And then they cannot, well, I guess they could still come against you, but yeah, so. Yeah, let me just hop on here and say, what it do? Drop a line, yeah. All right, so yeah, so even though despite being sick, things in my life are good, tax things being resolved, we're resolving it. My wife is great. My kids are great, minus Rayma still, lingering with the cold a little bit. Small Giants has been going awesome. We've been, shooting a lot. We've had a lot of shoots, between Sub-Zero, Private Jet, Alpha Zulu, Aviation. We just wrapped up those shoots, and we're dialing in the edits as we speak, and a lot of cool stuff. So a lot of things outside of what we normally shoot, because we're heavy in the CRE, AEC industry, so commercial real estate and architecture, engineering, and construction. So we're really big in that space, but there are times when we venture out and we do other projects that aren't within that space, just connections we've made, via LinkedIn or word of mouth, wanting some really good production for full service, because we're a full service agency. We do everything from brand journeys to websites to logos to videos to design. Anything that you can think of, we take care of it, and we just love what we do. All of us, man, we are a fiery bunch of people, man, that enjoy what we do, and you can tell in our work. Our clients enjoy working with us because we just have a passion for it. That was one of the things that private jet company said, man. He goes, best, work experience dealing with you guys coming into the hangars, you guys are fast and efficient and professional, and you know, you dialed everything in and you were respectful of the space, and it just was a really great working experience. And that's just what we love doing, man. He said you can see the passion for what we do in our faces because we get all giddy and excited when we capture a dope shot, you know, like a glide shot, you know, or a slider shot with the, you know, private jet in the background. And yeah, just stuff like that, just fun, creative stuff, you know, and we kind of nerd out on that, but it's so much fun and we just love doing what we do. And it shows in everything that we do, you know. I would like to hope that it does, you know, it does for me. So it's tough, you know. I couldn't picture myself working, which I got a funny story to tell after this. So, sorry, excuse me. So I was trying to update my LinkedIn, you know, to put my Part 107 certification stuff in there. And like, I'm in there, I don't go into the back end of my LinkedIn too often. LinkedIn is like this professional social media platform for businesses to like show your work and professional connections and networking, and I think that's the basis of what LinkedIn is. And so I try to keep it, you know, I post work stuff on there all the time, and I noticed that I didn't have my Part 107 certifications highlighted because clients want to know, you know, are we Part 107? Because it's important that we maintain that certification, especially doing client work. So I was like trying to update it, and then I like clicked something where I basically said I'm looking for work, like I'm looking for a job, and it like blasted it all over my LinkedIn. And like my manager and a couple other people like reached out really quickly. They're like, "Hey, tell me this isn't true, Jason. Like, what's going on? Why are you looking for another job?" And I'm like, whoa. I did not mean to do that. Like, it was total mistake. I felt so embarrassed, you know, because like the owner of the company contacted me too, and I'm just like, I'm completely sorry. That was fat fingering something. I didn't mean to do it. I have no desires to work for another company. I mean, I think Small Giants is where I'm gonna hey now. It's where I'm gonna hang my hat after it's all said and done. I'm gonna work here until they don't have a job for me anymore and just be the last place that I work and punch out. That's how I love this place. That's how much I'm, you know, I love what I do. I love who we do it for, and I have no desires to look. And, you know, I'm not looking. I'm not, you know, I did a while ago apply for a couple jobs, but this was a long time ago. And more so out of like, where did I fit in the realm of like what we do? And it was more of a throw my name in the hat type thing to go work, you know, at SpaceX as their cinematographer. I don't have the qualifications to do that or the stuff. I was just seeing what that would lead to, and not that I would have taken the job or anything like that. I just wanted to, you know, see what it was about. I did tell my manager that I was doing it just so nobody felt blindsided, like, why is he applying for different jobs? It was the only time I've ever applied for a different job, and that was just to see where I lined up. Not that I even saw where I lined up. I mean, I didn't get a call back or anything, so that basically tells me everything that I need to know right there. But it's all good, you know. Like I said, I'm extremely happy where I'm at here at Small Giants. Have no desires to try to look for another job or work at another company. I just don't think I could. You know, when you're a part of something and you feel connected to it on the level that I'm connected to it, you just, I don't know, it just sits with you, and you're like, man, I couldn't do that. You know, and I value, I know. What up, David? How's it going, brother? Hope everything is going well. Sorry that I'm sick and I probably sound like trash right now, and I'm kind of complaining again. Don't mean to do that, but yeah. So, like I was saying, I know me. I'm not the type of person that can run my own production company or business. I just couldn't do it. I don't have the energy or the desire to do that. So I know that I need to work for a company. And I hit the jackpot when I found, Small Giants. It's just been amazing. It's been amazing opportunities and everything that I've gotten to do and get to continue to do is pretty legit. So, yeah. But this is not, throwing out, I respect all those people out there that own their own production companies and they, are freelance and they do all that stuff and they, they're in that grind, that hustle. And I think it's awesome. And, the quality of work is no different. Like you're able to you can see it in their work. Like, man, that's legit. And I follow some pretty amazing creators, David being one of them. And he does amazing work and it's awesome, to see what he creates and puts out there, especially for his clients. And it's just like, man, I mean, to get to do this and to lean in on the skill set of operating a camera and telling stories, it's just pretty dope. I've envisioned it ever since I was a little kid. I was talking to my dad about this a while ago. He remembers me doing these little stop animations with, when I first got my first camcorder and I was doing these stop animations. He's like, I never knew that you could do that. And you were that creative to put a story together using stop animation. And he was really impressed with that. And, and it's just been a passion for mine since I was ye little Jason. I did adventure and do something else, not in the realm of video or anything like that, but I still found my way back to it, even though, I spent 21 years in the military, I did that for a minute, but even in that realm, I was finding ways to still stay creative and active in production and using a camera and things like that. But never in a million years did I ever think I'd be doing it for a living now and where I am today. So, yeah, I thought I would shower you with a little bit of gratitude since I'm complaining about being sick right now. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So things are going really good at Small Giants. Got a lot of heavy editing workloads, but that's good. Got some shoots coming up, so that's going to be fun. And then, here doing my live and still showing up even though I'm sick because it's important. It's important to do that sometimes. It's also important to rest. So let me talk a little bit about my running injury that just happened. This is right before I got sick with whatever I got with this bug. It might be the reason why I got sick, or me being sick is the reason why I got injured. That one day before last weekend when I showed up here and I was going live and I felt off, heat exhaustion is the only thing I could think of. That day jacked me up, body, mind, clarity, the whole gambit. I got super bad heat exhaustion. And then during that run, my left hamstring started quivering during the run and I'm like, oh man, something. And it kind of went away, so I didn't think anything of it. But then the following, I had a day rest, and then I ran the next following day. It was a 45-minute. No, I think it was a 50-minute strides. We had to do strides. So it was a little bit of tempo and stuff. Well, went out, knocked the run out, and then about into mile 5 or 6, it was so tight. My hamstring was so tight, it felt like it was just going to snap. And I was like, something's not right. And so I kind of laid off of it, for a day, just a day. Told my coach what was going on and explained to him, I'm struggling with this left hamstring. I had to baby it this last run. It hurt quite a bit, after I got done running. It just felt like I was walking on eggshells with it because every little move felt like it was going to throw it into a spasm or something and it was just going to snap. It's just the weirdest thing ever. So I was just like, better take it easy. And then he said, stay off of it because you don't want to mess with hamstring injuries. They really can set you back. Let's just lay off of it. And then I'm thinking yeah. And this was Thursday time frame. And I'm woke up feeling like crap. And there's one thing that I like to do. It's not recommended that you do it, but I like to do it. When I feel like I'm going to get sick, I go out and punish myself, and I go run. And a lot of times, it like clears things up, and I feel better afterwards. Well, that was not the case with this last go-around on Thursday. I went out thinking like my hamstring feels okay, like went out, ran, and then right about 2 miles in, it locked up on me, and I'm like, whoa, I couldn't go any further. Like I literally couldn't bend my knee. That's how much it locked up on me. And I literally had to like hobble my way home, which is runner's hanging my head with that runner's head of shame. I'm just like, text my wife, I didn't feel like having her come get me, getting the kids in the car and the whole thing. And I was only about 2 miles out, so I was like, I can walk back 2 miles, not a big deal. And just kind of hobbled back, and it did not make me feel better with my cold or whatever it is I got, and then my hamstring definitely didn't feel better either. So yeah, so I'm thinking there's something serious there. So my coach is like, that's it. I mean, it's good on you for trying just to kind of see, but let's knock that off. Like, let's get you healed up so you can run the way that you want to run once you're healed and you're not dealing with, one, the flu or whatever it is you got, and then two, you give time to your hamstrings so it's not aggravated and angry at you, and you're able to actually do solid runs. So going to listen, even though it's frustrating, because it seems like I'm just getting hit. Every couple months I'm getting hit with something, and it's just like, ugh. So here we are, which is okay. I guess that's life. Life is always in session. These things are going to happen, and this is just a season for me to experience this. And like I said, ever since I got valley fever, it has jacked my immune system up, and I don't ever think that it's going to go back to the way it was before. So I'm stuck with it, and now I got to learn to deal with it and cope. So yeah, it's out of my control. It is kind of out of my control. They say like valley fever is like herpes of the lungs. It just flares up whenever it wants to, which is so weird. But yeah, that's where we're at. All right. Well, I have not, as I posted my last video, I'm kind of in this creative exhaustion right now with just everything that's going on, probably because of my health-wise and everything. So I did post a video last week talking about being in this creative exhausted stance. I got recommended a cool book, The War of Art. So I've been reading that, listening to that. It was recommended by my boy Big Cook. Shout out to Big Cook, amazing creator. He said he just got done reading it, so I got the Audible because I'm not a huge fan of reading, like legit reading. So I'll listen to it. So I downloaded it. I haven't really dived into it yet, but I'm going to start and give that a shot. But he recommended that, so that's awesome. And then I don't know, like I'm just in this weird space of not feeling motivated. I have ideas and I have thoughts, but as soon as I pick up a camera and touch a camera, all the motivation just goes out the window, and I don't even feel like I have a desire anymore to tell any stories, and it's just the weirdest thing. But I'll get through it. I'm going to work through it. At least I hope I do. I'm still doing these lives, so that's a good thing, trying to stay active with keeping the YouTube thing happy to a degree and posting shorts. But I don't know what my next video is going to be. I kind of wanted to do like how I incorporated AI into some of the stuff I've done in the last couple videos, which would be really fun, even some production work. And then maybe somebody talked about me doing a little studio tour of the space, which would be a lot of fun too. Yeah, we don't have it quite dialed in to where we want it right now. So I might hold off on that one till we have it where we want it, and then maybe do a little studio tour of it, which would be a lot of fun. So, but yeah, all right. Well, for those that are new or tuning in later, my name's Jason. What I do every Sunday is try to go into the back end of my YouTube and share my analytics with all of you, just so you can see how the channel's growing. What I like to do is compare it week by week, and then, see what the channel's doing. Sometimes the channel's doing really well, and then sometimes we go slow. Yeah, man, it could be burnout. Yeah, I thought about it, David. Like, it could be burnout, like I'm just burnt out because I do it professionally, and I'm like pushing, the creative boundaries with me professionally, and then especially in editing, like I try to get, so I'm not stagnant or complacent. Like, I've been trying to like do new things, so that takes some energy. So yeah, it's weird how, the burnout just sneaks up on you, and then you think things are going good, and then you're like, wow, this is something new. But good call, man. Yeah, I definitely going to slow down just a little bit and think about my approach and get into a good rhythm going forward and create some stuff and tell some cool stories. But until then, I'm just going to take it easy. Just take it easy. Not get too wrapped up and beat myself up because I'm not pumping out videos every week or every month or whatever the case may be. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's dive into my YouTube. So I just want to say thanks, David, for hopping into the live, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. We're gonna have to do this thing together. So I'm looking at ideas. That's kind of on my forefront, David, to do a collaboration with you, and we do like a cool video, us collaborating. So I think it'd be fun. So I'm jotting down some ideas and some thoughts, and I'll share those with you. I'll hit you up, and then we'll go from there, brother. And I appreciate you, being willing to do that. That's awesome. So, all right, let's go ahead and dive into my YouTube. All right, we need to go here. Boom. Let me just minimize this. The internet's kind of slow in here. I'm just gonna go boop. Go here, picture in picture on, moving to the bottom. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's go into YouTube Studio. This is where I'm going to compare. And let's go into analytics. So currently, my channel in the last 28 days have gotten 11,658 views, 117 hours of watch time, and then 16 new subscribers. That's freaking awesome. I love that. I'm sitting at roughly 942 subscribers. Man, I'm so close to hitting 1,000, hitting that stack. I'm so close. What is that? 58 more to go, and I'm there. That's awesome. I'm excited about that. I'm hoping to get there. All right, let's go into, so I like to compare it, so I have to I'm not justifying anything, I have to customize, justify. All right, I'm customizing the view from today and last week. Here we go, hit apply. All right, here's what the channel's done this past week. I've gotten 3,000 views, 33 watch hours, and 8 new subscribers. Yeah, it was interesting. After I posted that video I did last week, this past week, I got 8 new subscribers like that. And I don't think it's from that video, but maybe it just triggered something with YouTube where people were, hopping in and subscribing to the content. So, which always feels good. So thank you guys for all the 8 new subscribers I got this week. Greatly appreciate it. That's awesome. And enjoy this journey that we're on together. All right, here we go. Now I like to compare it to the previous week, so I have to go to advanced mode. And then I'm trying not to sniff because I know that's annoying. So I apologize if I'm sniffling too much. All right, period over period, hit add. All right, so yeah, so this week is blue. I got 3,314 views last week. The previous week, I got 2,391. So a little bit of an uptick. That's good. That just goes to show, like, when I'm posting to my channel, things are happening. That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer, I think. Yep. So yeah, that's where that is. Let's go to watch hours. Yeah, 33 watch hours versus the previous week I got 25. So yep. And then subscribers. Yeah. 8 subscribers this week and 2 subscribers the previous week. So in the last 2 weeks I gotten 10 new subscribers. Yeah. That's freaking awesome. So grateful for that. All right. I like to geek out on a couple other things after we go through the top 3, views, watch hours, and subscribers. So I'm going to end comparison, remove comparison, and then kind of go into my content a little bit. So I'm going to go into geography first. So this is where everybody tuned in from. We got United States, United Kingdom, India, Canada, Germany, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Philippines, Netherlands, Sweden, and Mexico, but it says 0, which I don't know. Maybe somebody tuned in and then decided not to tune. I don't know. But yeah, that's where it's saying everybody tuned in from, which is awesome. So thank you to all those geographies. That's awesome. Now let's go to viewer age. 18 to 24 to 65 plus. So yeah, still the main one is 25 to 34-year-olds. They're the ones that are viewing my content the most, which is understandable. It seems like they're the ones that are on YouTube the most. So this is my, range age bracket. It's only 5.8%. So yeah. All right. And then let's go into gender. 83% male versus 16.3% female viewership. So that makes sense. I don't know how diverse as far as like my content is. It seems to be maybe male heavy content versus female. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't like to put stereotypes out there. It's just I do what I do, and I guess it doesn't matter what gender you are, But all right. Let's go into device type. Mobile phone at the top. Always gonna be, man. That's how most people watch YouTube, is from a mobile device. 2,584 views straight from a mobile device. 440 from a computer, 165 from a TV, and 160 from a tablet. All right. Now let's go into operating system. Well, Android still takes the top spot. 1,645 views from Androids to second place is iOS, which is 1114. So that's where we're at. Yep. Yeah, all these other systems, which I think these are like Apple TV, so I don't know. I find it super interesting how they break these things down. I wonder how they do that, how they separate them. I guess there's a specific code that says, hey, this is a Apple TV, this is a Macintosh versus, that's interesting. All right, well, there we are. That's cool though. That's, some people watch from their Apple TV. That's fun. That's why I try to keep my stuff at 4K crispy. Just so it looks okay on a big giant TV, so people can enjoy it and not be like, oh, this looks like garbage. I mean, it still might, but try to keep it crispy to a degree. All right, now I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of this, and we'll just look at the top performing content from this week. Looks like First Run Disaster got 835. That's short. Then Music Gives Me Power. There's another short. These are just shorts, but yeah. Mouse vs. Trackpad still rocks 200 views each week. That's crazy. This one's still about 100 and 200 views on the FX6 one. Yeah, those are interesting. Yep. All right. Well, I think that's it. That's all I got. Let me hop back over here in that. Let me put this down. If you're saying anything in the chat, I can't see it. I know, man, David, thank you. I am so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, man. It's like, I can see the light. And hopefully it blinds me. Yeah, I'll do a happy dance. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm definitely going to do a happy dance. So I'm excited for it. But I had a few people hit me up, watched last week when I was tanking, basically, from the run, and I was hurting. And my thoughts weren't, you know, they were all over the place, and they reached out to me. So thank you guys for reaching out and checking on me. I'm doing good. Basically what I did is put ice all over my body and cooled myself down, and that kind of helped snap me back. So I'm doing good. Tried to avoid running in that type of heat. And if I do, make sure I bring plenty of electrolytes. And they make those handkerchief. I wear a handkerchief that I soak in water that acts like basically like an air conditioning unit, that's like around your neck. But they have ones that you can put ice in them. So I'm looking at maybe getting one of those if I have to run on super hot days like that again, which I may. So you never know. But all right, I'm not feeling the greatest right now, so I can start feeling my nose burning. I think it's going to start running down my face. So I'm going to get out of here before that happens. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. David, appreciate you hopping into the live. And with that, I will catch you guys on the next one. Yeah, we'll see you later. Boo!